Good evening, guys. As I hinted and promised that as time goes, I will reveal more kind of secrets that I use. It's not necessarily secrets, but things that I've learned over the 21 years of playing World of Warcraft that can assist the new player or the average player. And I've got some open here on my backpack. When you need heals, I have two versions of heals that what I like about these is sometimes they have shared cooldowns or independent cooldowns. Both of these you can use one after the other, so they don't share the same cooldown. The first one is the Cave Dweller's Delight, and it restores 2.6 million health, and it also restores 176,000 mana. There's a 5-minute cooldown before you can use it again. But you can use this one, and within 30 seconds, if you really need a big one, it restores 5.3 million health. So the Invigorating Healing Potion and the Cave Dweller's Delight, these are really good ones. If you are low on mana and or health, and you are out of battle, but you're injured, and maybe your cooldowns are down on your healing spells, or you're not a healer, I kind of like this one, Stone Soup. It restores 4.5 million health and 3.7 million mana over 20 seconds. It's really inexpensive. It's in the auction. This is something I use all the time. I would recommend any PvPer have this. It's a Net-O-Matic 5000. I can tell you where you're going to be able to get it, but I'm not going to be that specific because, like always, I like things to be a bit of a challenge, a bit of a quest to find it. There is an Epic Battleground. You can buy it from the vendor. And there is also a Dalaran, which is one of the main cities, but there is two versions of Dalaran, before the war and after the war. And in one of those two versions, there is a vendor within Dalaran you could buy it from. So those are my hints. You can either buy it in Dalaran, and or you can buy it in one of the Epic Battlegrounds. Either way, you are going to need Marks of Honor to buy it, and you get those from going into Battlegrounds, and every time you win you get Marks of Honor, or sometimes when you are finding crate drops and things, treasure delves, different things, you can get Marks of Honor as well. So let me close out that. Well, here's something else that you should know about too. If you're in the air and you're shot down, these Alliance glider kits come in very handy. I have them right here that I can access them. This particular character can glide, but not all characters can. So those are really important. If you get shot down, you can quickly hit a glider. If you get knocked off a cliff, if your reflexes are quick enough, you can hit on a glider and then glide down and not die at the bottom. Something that I use exclusively all the time, it's up here on my character right now, is the Elixir of Tongues. And it allows you to translate basically what the Horde are saying, so that you have an idea what they're saying without probably them even knowing that you know what they're saying. Now, it could be a complete foreign language, like many of the Skinners are Malaysian or Indonesian, from the Philippines or Korea, from South America, Latin America, Central America, etc. So you might not really understand it, but you can always write down what they're saying and do a Google Translate later. These are potions that I carry with me all the time. If you are chasing somebody and you get into water, it slows you down, but you click on this one and it's a water walking elixir, and you can run right across the water. If you end up in combat in the water, which I did a couple of days ago and released a video fighting underwater, you can actually drown in the water if you're fighting down below and somebody like a Death Knight keeps dragging you deeper. If you can't breathe, here's a potion you can click on, Drainic Water Breathing Elixir, and then you can breathe for 1 hour underwater unaffected, and they can't drown you that way. Some of my videos I've talked about the Noggin Fogger Elixir. I like that because it can make you small. I think I mistakenly said that it also gives you the breathing elixir, and in fact I believe it is Light Feather, and it's only for a few seconds. I use the atomic recalibrator to change my size. If someone is not a real pro at PvP and using the tab button on their keyboard to find the enemies, most players, or a significant amount of them, are simply looking for the target and clicking with the mouse. So obviously the smaller the target, the harder to find. And if you use Noggin Fogger with it, look how tiny I became. Very hard to spot, especially with the skinners, because I can hide amongst their loot, and it's very difficult for them to click me unless they're using the tab and we're seeing who's attacking them. You can also use this Flask of Tempered Swiftness if you need more haste, get your spells off quicker. They also make this for versatility. They make it for a number of things, but it's in the auction. You can buy these. They last about an hour. I usually have one up on all my characters too, depending on which what they need on that particular character. So on mine, I'm at haste at 27, mastery 28, versatility 35. My haste is the lower one, hence I have picked the haste for this particular character. When I cast spells, I want it to be rapid and quick. That kind of sums up this little group, and someday I will let you in on some of these big secrets, how to get an increased 15% versatility while outside of a battleground, chance to hit to deal additional damage, polished armor which increases your armor by 30%, having a healing buff that heals 5% of your health every 10 seconds. This is the Noggin Fogger. This is the atomically recalibrated and makes you even smaller. So I'm tiny. If I jump off this, I'm like almost lost in the grass. The grass is bigger than I am. This works in the battlegrounds, so you can go in the battlegrounds and be tiny too. And when you're one of 10 players and you're the tiny one, you're not always picked. They're hitting others, and you can blast them from afar. And I just know from experience with the average player, the smaller the target, the better. Okay guys, happy gaming, have fun, hope you had a great day, and Doom out.